back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. We are talking business. Thank you to Alicia for being here with us this morning. And we continue along that vein. We are talking to Mr. Jean-Claude Petit. I had to make sure I said it correctly during the break. Welcome to Brunch, a taste of Tobago.
And thank you for having me on.
Yeah, and it's Chocolate Delights.
Right, Tobago Chocolate Delights, yes.
Tobago Chocolate Delights.
That's right.
All right, so let's go back. Tell me, how did Tobago Chocolate Delights come into being?
Well, like I was telling the students, it goes back a long time. Okay. I started my first business when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
Okay, my father had a furniture shop, and I wanted to impress a young lady in the neighborhood, so I made her a money box, a savings box. Mm-hmm. And everybody in the neighborhood loved it. So I started making cash boxes for everybody in the neighborhood. And I said, wow, this is a business.
Yeah.
So over the years, I've had several businesses because I come from an entrepreneurial background. And about 25 years ago, I was in Daytona Beach, Florida, walked into a chocolate shop called Angel Phelps, saw what they were doing, and told myself, I'm going to open a chocolate shop one day. I knew absolutely nothing about chocolate, but I started to research. I started going to classes. I started buying equipment. I started doing online check and everything like that. So I said one day it will happen. And then in 2002, I moved back to Trinidad because I had been living in the US and came to Tobago in 2004. And in 2014, I met a gentleman called Clement Bob, and he was involved in cocoa and chocolate. And he shared information and told me about Trinidad and Tobago, Trinitario cocoa, which I knew nothing about.
Right, at the time.
And I said, okay, this is the opportunity to start the business. And I started on Mother's Day in 2014. The Canby Mount Pleasant Village Council asked me to make some Mother's Day chocolates for them. And I made 50 chocolates for them in 2 days. And after that, I started going around to offices selling chocolate products. And people said, okay, wow, what else do you do? And so I had to open my shop. And again, thanks to Mr. Bob again, he gave me some showcases. We opened in December 14th in Shore Things Cafe in Lambeau. And that's it. And from then on, we have just grown and grown and grown continuously and getting larger and larger. Yeah. So like any small business, we started making chocolate at home. And then it grew, and now we do everything on site in the shop itself. Yeah.
That is so wonderful. Yeah. So you had an idea. You actually saw the idea coming to life.
Right, yeah.
And you decided, hey,
yeah, I'm going to make this happen.
I'm going to do this.
Right. And like I told my students, I started this when I was 65. Okay. And people told me, are you crazy? You're too old. You can't sell chocolate in Tobago. What do you know about everything like that? So, and I said, that's fine. And over the weekend, Coco Gauff, who won the US Open, she talked to the people who doubted her. She said, the water that you throw on me is actually fire, fuel for my fire.
Yes.
And that's the same thing that happened to me. It was fuel for my fire to prove people, okay, I can do this. And like I said today, Tobago Chocolate, we're known worldwide because of Foodie Nation did a blog on us. Another one did a blog on us. People are doing TikToks on the shop and everything. Shows like you, we have been on your show before.
Yes.
And people, I just got a call from New York over the weekend. They're coming for Tobago for Carnival. They want to come to the shop and visit the shop. So we're known worldwide. But we're staying right in Lambeau. We don't want to get anything big because it's a personal experience.
Yes.
People can come and see the shop. We can tell them. The most amazing phrase that we hear in the shop is, I didn't know that. Because 90% of the people in Trinidad and Tobago do not know that Trinitario cocoa was created in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a hybrid of the Criollo and the Forastero, and it was created in Trinidad. And all the time, we know all the time that it's excellent cocoa because we win all the awards. But we don't get a chance to taste the chocolate made from that. And that's what the shop does. It gives people the opportunity to taste the chocolate that's made, and then they realize, wow, this is not Cadbury. No, it's not. This is not Lindt. No, it's not. It's Trinidad and Tobago, Trinitario cocoa. That's why it's known as the best cocoa in the world. And people come back to me and tell me, I can't eat Cadbury's anymore. I can't eat this anymore.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
That's not the same. It's
just
not the same. And so people are seeing that when they come in the shop, they see the process because we are a bean to bar shop. We get the beans from the farmers, we roast them on site. So as you walk in, you get that aroma.
Mm-hmm.
And they call, one of my customers calls it aromatherapy.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, we grind the beans on site to make what is called a couverture, and we temper the chocolate, and anybody coming in at the shop at any time, they can see the chocolate being made. And again, that for them is a fascination because it's kind of like, I didn't know this is what it takes to make a bar of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 30-hour process. Okay, whether you're doing 1 kilogram or 1 ton.
Right.
But they see the whole process in the shop. Yeah.
But what is it like for you? It's like every day a buzz. Do you feel a buzz, a passion?
Yes.
Yeah, because you love what you do.
I walk into my shop. It's a small shop, and it's kind of like a home-based operation.
Mm-hmm.
And over the 9 years, there's not a single day that I walked into that shop and say, I don't want to be here. Because I meet so many people. I meet elderly people from Tobago, from Trinidad, who they used to dance the cocoa. And they said, I didn't know this is how you make chocolate. A guy came in on this week, and he was talking about dancing the cocoa. And he started to sing the songs when they dance the cocoa. So this is what it is. I get to meet people from all over the world, and they tell me their stories, and we share stories. And they come and tell me, I've been coming to Tobago for 15 years, and what I like about Tobago. And we also have something called a chocolate experience, where you can come and spend 2 hours with us and make chocolate. So that's what Shuranana does. Mm-hmm. And that is another fun part of it, where you can actually, so we are promoting what is called experience tourism. As opposed to just seeing the chocolate being made, you can come and make chocolate.
Mm-hmm. And just get that whole experience.
That's experience. And talk about the history about cocoa, and even the history about cocoa in Tobago, because a lot of people want to know why we don't have more cocoa being grown in Tobago. Well, what happened is after flora decimated most of the cocoa estates, they left the cocoa estates and they never went back. So the average cocoa farmer in Tobago now is over 60. There are no young people doing it. Mm-hmm. So there are very few people doing it. But the cocoa that I get from Tobago, and I'm from Trinidad, so I'm not saying because I'm from Tobago, but it is a better quality than the cocoa that I get from Trinidad.
Right.
Because of the climate, we have cooler days and cooler nights. We have more rainfall, but the problem with the farmers is the green parrots.
Oh, yes, I have heard the lamentations about this parrots.
The green parrots. So many of the times I cannot get beans from Trinidad, from Tobago, and I have to go to Trinidad. But there are 2 farmers that I deal with. One is Mr. Henry, and he has a estate in Culloden. And the first time he brought me beans, and I made chocolate, and I told him, I said, Mr. Henry, you got to taste this chocolate. When he tasted, he said, that's from my beans. I said, yeah, that's from your beans. That's what it is. And he was just blown away. Mm-hmm. Another guy named Mr. Johnson, when I tasted his chocolate, I have a friend in Tobago, his cocoa, I have a friend in Tobago, in Trinidad who buys beans for me. Matthew, I said, Matthew, you have to taste these beans. Matthew told me to bring Mr. Johnson's bean to Trinidad for a Trinidadian chocolate manufacturer to make it, because he said, these are some of the best beans I have ever tasted.
There you go.
It is, and the product is really, really good, but you just can't get it. And for me, it is so sad, because anywhere in the world you go, any chocolate manufacturer will tell you, we use Trinitario cocoa. But they only use 1 or 2%, because Trinitario, they use the Trinitario to flavor their beans. But once they say, once you use 1 or 2%, you can say you use Trinitario. Actually, 95% of what they use is the Forastero cocoa from Africa, which is a bitter tasting cocoa. So they use Trinitario to flavor their cocoa.
Right.
That's all we have here. So we have the good thing right here. Mm-hmm. We don't have issues of child labor. We don't have issues of deforestation. Over the past 5 years, there has been a 10 to 20% increase in the demand for cocoa. So people are asking for more and more beans, and we're not doing anything with it.
Yeah. So the narrative has to change.
It has to change.
Dramatically.
Dramatically, yeah. And in Trinidad, there are a lot of young entrepreneurs that are doing what I'm doing, because the value is not in selling the beans. The value is making the byproduct. Okay?
Yes.
So they are making the chocolate. They're making the chocolate tea. They're making perfumes. They're making liqueurs. They're making soaps. They're making food from chocolate, and that's where the value is, because you can add a different taste to not just the ordinary chocolate bar itself. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that you spoke about involving the schools.
Yeah.
Because it's something, it's more than just going to learn the art of it. It's more getting in touch with history.
The history.
It's there unfolding
Right.
as you.
But it's not only that. I tell them, I talk to school children all the time, and sometimes they come to the shop. If you have a skill or a particular art or anything like that, and you develop that into making money, it's the best career you can have in your life.
Yeah.
If you can draw, if you can sew, if anything that you can do, and you develop that into a career, you never work for the rest of your life. I always loved cooking. I always loved pastry and everything, and here it is I am, making chocolate. And I'm a petroleum geologist by profession. Okay? So I encourage them, follow your passion, follow your dream. Don't let people tell you you're too young to know what you want and you don't know what you're doing. Believe in yourself. And one other thing I told them, there's no such thing as failure. Okay, if it didn't work, okay, what did you learn? What didn't you do right or what did you do wrong? And take that example into your next step. But don't say you failed. It didn't work out. So, okay, move on. Do something else.
Yeah.
And learn from that. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing today. I've learned from the experiences that I've had in the business over the years.
And you spoke about awards earlier. You are an award-winning company, award-winning. Your combinations, the taste is out of this world. What were some of the awards that you?
I've never actually won any award.
Okay.
I don't enter competitions because we see that all the time. Trinidad and Tobago farmers won best cocoa in Europe. So what? They don't do anything with it. I don't enter competitions because unless you monetize that, and it is. So my award is people coming to buy chocolate.
Yeah, the
That's my
voice
reward.
of the people is
the people who
your
come
award.
in, they give me the awards by
Right.
coming back. I had a couple come in last week. They weren't here. Last time I saw them was before COVID, and they came in and said, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're still open." That's my award because they're coming back to get the product because they know they're going to get a good product.
Yeah. What about these multitude of expos that we have around the year? Have you ever been
Nope.
a part of any of
No,
the
I don't,
expos?
I came to Tobago like I said, in 2002. I learned that anything, supposedly to get recognition, you had to get recognition in Trinidad. No. You want to get my chocolate? Come here. I don't want
Yes.
recognition from Trinidad. I am Tobagonian by heart. Come to Tobago and get my product. I am not marketing it in Trinidad. This is a Tobago product. I'm a Tobagonian. So come here if you want my product. If you want it, somebody could buy it and send it to Trinidad. It's okay, but I'm not in any award or show or anything. I'm not interested in that.
Okay. What are some of the products that come out of
Okay, we have
business?
about over 30 varieties of chocolate that we make, called truffles.
Right.
And the truffles, we do like a guava jelly, a mango jelly, passion fruit, Tobago rum cream, that has alcohol in it, caramel and sea salt. For Christmas time, we do sorrel jelly in white chocolate. As opposed to Bailey's, we do pancha crema. So we use a lot of local products. We have a dark chocolate rolled in sesame seed to look like a Benny Ball. So we call it a
Right.
Benny Ball chocolate. We have a rum cream that has puncheon in it. So we use a lot of local ingredients. Coconut, we do chocolate with grated coconut. We have amaretto, and then we have the bars. We have a 70% dark chocolate, which is 30% sugar, 80% dark chocolate, which is 20% sugar, 90% dark chocolate, which is 10% sugar, and we now started doing 100% dark chocolate. And we also do milk and white chocolate. So we have a very, very wide variety.
Wide. So what are your customers, your clients? You have like the ages of people that come. It's like a vast age range.
When I first started in 2014, I picked Shorting's Cafe because she had a large visitor clientele. A lot of her customers
Yeah,
were foreign.
traffic,
Right?
yes.
And she had a very good traffic. So I was doing about 80% foreigners, 20% local. Today, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And all age groups, because for the young children, we do lollipops and we do emojis. Right now, we're doing Rice Krispie and marshmallow treats dipped in milk chocolate. So we go from primary school all the way up to the adults.
What about catering?
Sometimes we do weddings. Sometimes we do weddings. If you're having a wedding, we will put together small packages for you, and we also have a chocolate fountain that we can do for your wedding, yes.
Okay, and how do we find you?
I'm on Facebook. Tobago Chocolate Delights is on Facebook, and it's also an Instagram page, Tobago Chocolate Delights. And the phone numbers, the better number to get me is at 738-6922, because I have a Digicel number, but that doesn't work very good in our area.
Just repeat your number again.
738-6922.
738-6922.
Yeah. And like I said, you can follow us on Facebook and you can follow us on Instagram. There are a lot of articles, there are a lot of pictures of our products and everything that we do. Or just come into the shop. You know, you're welcome in. We are Tuesday through Friday from noon to 5 p.m. And you can come in and just see the operations. There's no charge for seeing us making chocolate. Yeah.
Just remind us where you're located.
25 Milford Road, inside of a Sure Things Cafe.
All right, so it's
Usually we have a big sign outside saying chocolate.
Okay. What do you want to say to anyone watching who may be a bit scared to start their own business?
Yeah, it's scary. It's a risk. But I've been fired from jobs so many times. It's not funny. Because a lot of times we figure, okay, I have a job, so I'm secure here. No, you're not secure. So being on your own is just as risky as and just start small. I started making chocolate in my kitchen. Just start small.
Right.
And try it out and see how it goes. And okay, so you're gonna have ups and downs. So okay, fine. But always have confidence in what you do. Don't talk to people who are failures, because they're gonna try to discourage you. Okay? Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Airlines, he was dyslexic, so he dropped out of high school. He used to sell bootleg CDs, and that's how he made money. And today he owns Virgin Airlines and all these different companies, because he started selling bootleg CDs. So read the stories of those people and how they started and how you see the success today, but they will tell you about the journey, how they got there, how the ups and downs, and the days it didn't work so good and the days that it worked so good. And just learn and talk to people who are in the industry. People who are in the industry and above you, they will share information with you because they're glad to help you.
Definitely.
So I've had a lot of help along the way of people telling me, yeah, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. And go to the University of YouTube.
Oh, yes. It's there.
It's there.
It's there.
The information is there.
Yeah, definitely.
And it will tell you how to do everything. And I continuously go on YouTube to look for new ideas and look for new products and see how it's being done. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I just want to thank you so much. It has been a joy speaking with you. You're just bubbling. You're just so positive. And I love the fact that you love what you do.
Yes,
oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Too many of us go to work
Let
and we
me
don't
not
love
forget
it.
to mention my partner, Greta. So
Morning, Greta.
Greta and I are the ones who are in the shop.
Yes.
And we are the only two persons who do it together. We've been doing this for the past, like I said, 9 years. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you and Greta
Yes.
doing it.
Please come and see us. And I brought the samples for the staff
Yes. Oh,
for
yes.
you to enjoy.
Oh,
Yes.
let me take one. I was trying not to be too greedy.
No. Okay.
All right. So we have here, this is the truffle.
Yeah. Okay. Tobago. Okay, that's the coconut.
This is coconut right here.
Yeah, that's the coconut.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take a break. But before we do that, and before I bite into this wonderful chocolate, right? Our trivia question is really, really interesting today. You know, let's just go back to the trivia question, guys. I'm so happy that you're with us because the answer to this trivia question is so historical. You know, it means so much to us as Tobagonians. How did Sandy Point, located in Crown Point, Tobago, get its name? All right, so guys, get to typing and let's see those answers. And we're going to be right back with more brunch, a taste of Tobago. So I'm going to eat my chocolate now. See you guys in a little while. Bye bye.